Let's get you a special interview now. There can't be peace talks in Europe without involving the European Union. That's the word coming in from James Lawless, Ireland's education minister. In an exclusive conversation with Jude Sannett, the minister said that the peace process in Europe can't just be left to Russia and the United States. Listen in.
I think that there have been some encouraging noises in the last couple of weeks. I do think that, again, we have to respect sovereignty and territorial integrity. And part of the international rules-based order that we support through the European Union and through the United Nations, which has given the world relative peace for the last 50, 60 years, has been obviously broken in Russia. We think the invasion was completely illegal. Previously, Russia had seized Crimea as well, so that was kind of a taste of what was to come. Right. And it's positive that there are now talks towards a ceasefire. I know Ukraine gave a sort of offer that maybe they would stop sea and air hostilities. I don't think Russia's fully taken that up just yet, but maybe because I've been travelling, I may be behind. It's moving every day. I know that Trump and Putin are talking as well, but one thing I would say, just a note of concern on that, Zelensky has said nothing about Ukraine without Ukraine. I think is very fair. I think it's very reasonable, of course. And I would also say nothing about Europe without Europe, because ultimately Ukraine is part of the European landmass. That's true. And we cannot have a situation where there's a peace deal by two superpowers in Russia and the United States, and the entire European continent is out off the table. So because there is a worry about Eastern European states along the border of Finland, Poland, Estonia,
so Europe
all the way down.
Has to be a participant in these talks.
Yes, because otherwise they're saying, well, who's going to decide our fate? So the European Union is itself a superpower, and I think that we need to be involved in those talks as well.
All right. But by and large, and in conclusion, do you feel that are we closer to peace than before as far as Europe is concerned, or do you feel this could be smoke and mirrors right now? I
actually think we are a little bit closer. I think that's for a couple of reasons. I think that the recent moves to engage talks and have maybe two-way, three-way talks, are progressing. There's been a couple of, I think it was very unfortunate what happened to Zelensky in the White House. I think it was no way to treat someone who's supposed to be an ally, but I think that that position has evolved again since, and that there has been engagement between Trump and Zelensky again. So it's positive that they're speaking again and maybe moving things on a little bit. I think also there's fatigue on both sides. I think that nobody wants to be at war. And I think that probably Ukraine has held out for a long time, actually with a smaller force very well. Russia was the aggressor. Russia attacked and launched the assault, but they had to be tiring as well. My reports that I hear tell me that people in Russia are getting very tired, and that the war is taking a toll on the economy and internally on people's morale as well. So look, that's understandable. Nobody wants to be at war. So yes, I think we are. I think that it shouldn't have taken this long, but I think we are getting closer to a peace. But I think that a long-term peace that respects territorial integrity, sovereignty, and complies with that international rules-based order is critical.
All right, that was Ireland's Minister.